myself Subrat Kananda. Welcome to you, my YouTube channel, S. Kananda Maths Class. In this video, today we learn about the introduction to graph of Standard 8. In this video, we have to discuss the line graph. Okay? Before going to the topic, we have to know about some important points. So, first we see what is called our axis, means your x-axis, y-axis, origin, abscissa, ordinate. That thing we have to learn first. So, first we have to draw one horizontal line and one vertical line. This horizontal line is known as your x-axis and the vertical line is known as your y-axis. And the horizontal line and vertical line where intersect each other, that point is known as your origin, O. So, first this x-axis means this horizontal line is known as your x-axis. Horizontal line is known as your x-axis. And the vertical line, this one is known as your y-axis. And this point where it is intersect each other at right angle, it is known as your origin. Got it? The horizontal line is known as your x-axis, vertical line is y-axis, where they intersect each other at right angle, it is your origin. And the other name of x-axis is abscissa. It is known as your abscissa. A-B-S-C-I-S-S-A. It is abscissa. The other name of y-axis is ordinate. It is ordinate. So what is called abscissa and what is called ordinate? Remember one thing, the distance between or the distance from your y-axis is known as your abscissa and the distance from the x-axis is known as your ordinate. Suppose I will put one point here. Here I am putting one point. It is your P point. Okay? Then here to here means y-axis to the distance of point P. Suppose I will take it x and here this point to x-axis. Suppose I will take it is y. Okay? This point's coordinate is x and y. This x distance means from y to point P. This distance, or you can write here also, this distance is your what? Now, abscissa. Then x-axis to the point P. How much distance? This one, it is known as your ordinate. This one is your ordinate. Okay? Now, the coordinate of point P is x and y. The x means here the abscissa, the y means it is the ordinate. Always one point has two coordinates, one your abscissa another one your ordinate. When the coordinate of a point are given, so which one given the first, that thing we have to take in your x-axis, and which one given in the second, that point we will take in your y-axis, because x-axis is known as your abscissa and the y-axis is known as your ordinate. Okay? After that, what we will get? So you know now it is what is abscissa and what is ordinate. Now we will discuss about the quadrants. So what do you mean by quadrant? What do you mean by quadrant? Quadrant means what? When the two line, straight line, means one vertical line and one horizontal line, intersect each other at right angle, then four quadrants formed. Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Four quadrants formed. So YOX is known as your quadrant 1. It is the quadrant 1. Which one? The YOX. This part is known as your quadrant 1. Then YOX dash, it is known as your quadrant 2. It is quadrant 2. Then X dash O Y dash, it is known as your quadrant 3. Then X O Y dash, it is known as your quadrant 4. Okay? So O Y O X. YOX is quadrant 1. YOX dash, it is quadrant 2. X dash O Y dash, it is quadrant 3. And X O Y dash is quadrant 4. When the coordinate of a point is given, then how we will know in which quadrant we have to plot the point? For that, we have to see the symbol of the points. Okay? When the point given, which symbol is given before the point, that thing we have to mark first. Okay? So I will show you here. Suppose one box I am making here. Then which thing will put where? I'll show you here. It is quadrant 1, Q1, quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Okay. Then which point will put here? See. Quadrant 1, it is your first point, it is second point of a first and second number, which represent of the coordinate of a point. That we will first see. Quadrant 1, if the first number is positive and second number is positive, that number lie on quadrant 1. It means this one your plus and plus sign. When both number who represent the one point, the coordinate of one point, when the coordinates of one point both are in positive sign, that number lie on your quadrant 1. When the first number is negative and the second number is positive, that thing will put in your quadrant 2. Means the quadrant 2 symbol is minus plus. It means first number must be in negative and second number in positive. When we will see that type of coordinate, that point we have to plot in your quadrant 2. So what is the symbol of quadrant 3? Quadrant 3 is your minus minus. When both the number in negative sign, then that number or that point will plot in your quadrant 3. So quadrant 3 symbol is minus minus. When both are in minus sign, then we put that number or we'll put that point in your quadrant 3. Then what is the symbol of quadrant 4? Quadrant 4 is first one your positive and second number is your negative. Okay? The symbol of quadrant 4 is plus minus. First one your positive and second number in your negative. When we will get the coordinates of a point whose first number is positive and second number is negative, that number or that point we will plot in your quadrant 4. Ready? So these are the symbols of the quadrants. Now we will discuss about the graphs. In your graphs, we will see different types of graphs are there. Bar graph, histogram, pie chart, line graph and linear graph. In your bar graph, pie chart and histogram, it is already discussed in your previous classes, and in this class also you learn about the bar graph, histogram and pie chart in your previous chapters. Okay? So in this chapter, now in this video we will learn about the line graphs. For that we will take one example and how we will represent that line graph in your Cartesian plane we will discuss now. Okay? So first we have to erase all things, then we have to write one question, then that question we will show in our graph paper. Okay? Suppose one question I am writing here. I will make one table, small table I am making here. That's what I have written here, time and distance. Time and distance. In 6 a.m. It is 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m. and another one put here. It is your 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Okay? Suppose one car travel some distance. In 6 a.m. it is covered how much? Not 20 kilometer. Distance is in a kilometer. 20 kilometer. In 7th means 7 a.m. Suppose it will be 15. 8 a.m. it is 25, 9 a.m. it is 10 and 10 a.m. it is 40 kilometer it is covered. Okay. Suppose this type of one question given time and distance. That thing will represent in your graph and it is known as the graph is known as your Cartesian plane. Why? That there when the x-axis and y-axis intersect each other at 90 degree on a plane, that plane is known as your Cartesian plane. Okay? So this data will represent in your graph paper now. So I am doing that in your whiteboard, but you will do it in your graph paper and with proper scale. Okay? For that we have to draw one vertical line and one horizontal line. Vertical line and horizontal line. And you also already know that the horizontal line is known as your x-axis and your vertical line is known as your y-axis. Okay? It is y-axis and where it is intersect each other, that point is your origin, or we represent it as O. Then what scale we will take here? When we will draw, when we will plot the points or we will make a graph, it is very necessary to write the scale, or we have to take the proper scale to represent it. So I will write it as scale. See, scale, we have to see that 20, 15, 25, 10 and 40, these numbers are there. The highest number is 40. We have to see that highest number 40, and in which scale we will take here in your y-axis and which scale we will take in your x-axis. I am now taking the distance as your y-axis and time in your x-axis. So in your y-axis I am taking the scale as 5 unit, means here it is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and 40. It is the distance. Distance in kilometer. Okay. Then in y-axis, in x-axis what we will take? The time. It is 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8, 9, 10. All are in a.m. We can write here a.m., 6, 7 a.m., then 8 a.m., 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. Now we will write the scale. But in x-axis, 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. 1 unit means 1 hour. Okay. In y-axis, I took 1 centimeter equal to 5 unit. 5 unit means 5 kilometer. Okay. In your graph paper, you will see some squares. That square containing 100 small squares. Okay. In your horizontal line and vertical line, both 10 squares are there. When you multiply 10 into 10, we will get 100 small squares in one box. Okay. So that box measurement is 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. Means your length and breadth both are your 1 centimeter. That's why we written here in x-axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit, and in y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 5 unit. Okay. And see here 0 and 6. 0 and 6. There is no number between 0 and 6. Directly we start from 6. That's why we have to put one zigzag sign here. It is known as your kink mark. Okay. It is a kink mark. Kink mark. What is the kink mark representing? The kink mark representing that after 0, the particular some numbers are not there, and from the middle we will start the numbers. That's why we put the kink mark here. Okay. Now we have to represent or plot the points according to the time. It is in x-axis I put for the time. It is time and it is your distance. Okay. 6 a.m. how much distance is covered? At 20. So 6 a.m. I put here 20. Then 7 a.m. how much? Not 15. 7 a.m. it is 15. Then 8 a.m. how much? Not 25. So 8 a.m. 25. I am doing it roughly, but you have to see in proper line. You have to draw all the points. Okay. The 9 a.m. it is how much? 10. 9 a.m. it came to 10 kilometer. Then 10 a.m. it is 40. 10 a.m. it is 40. Now I plot all the points. Next, what we will do? Now it is the line graph. So we have to use the scale to join all the points one by one. But I am doing the by means your freehand, but you will use the scale to join all the points. So first we have to join these 2 points. Next, third point here, then fourth point, then here the fifth point. Okay, in this way we will get the line graph. It is a single line graph. Line graph are 2 types. One single line graph and another one your double line graph. Okay, here we saw how to represent the line graph on the graph copy or graph paper. The 6 a.m. one car or one bus travel 20 km. The 6 a.m. it is 20 km. 7 a.m. it is 15 km. 8 a.m. 25 km. 9 a.m. it is 10 km. And 10 a.m. it is 40 km traveled. That information now we plot in your graph. Okay. Now in second question we will discuss how to represent the double line graph in one graph paper. Okay. In one graph paper, how we will plot the double line graph. That thing we will see now. Okay. So for that we will write a question. You maybe know that just now means before some days our India went to Australia for the cricket match. Yes or no? There they played some test match, some 2020 and some one days. Here we will take like 2 teams who played some over in a particular match. We will take team A and team B. So question here, first we will draw one box in which where we will show in some overs team A and team B how much they scored. Okay, it is over means some over, then team A and team B. Okay, it is one first over, second over, third over, 4, 5 and 6 overs. Just 2 teams played 6 overs, and in that 6 over how much run they scored we have to put here. Team A, it is suppose 10, 12, 15, 18, 8, 4. Then here team B, it is 6, 10, 20, 24, 12, then 5. Like that they scored. Okay. So now we will represent this data in your one graph, and it is double line graph. Okay. For that we have to draw one vertical line and one horizontal line. Vertical line and horizontal line. Okay. The horizontal line will name as x dash and x. Then vertical line, it is y and y dash, it is the origin. Here 2 teams are there. For that, here I will use 2 different type of ink. Okay. But in your graph paper, when you will do it, you can also use two types of color, means your blue color and your black color. Otherwise, for one team the straight line and another team you can take the dotted line. Okay, so I will take here for team A. I am taking the blue line, and for team B I am taking the black line. Okay, so I represent it here. Next, now we will choose the scale. The over I will put in your x-axis. So how much over is there? Now 6 overs. So I will write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the distance between 1 over to 2 over will be equal. It means in 1 centimeter we have to take 1 over. So in your scale you will write here scale x-axis. But now 1 centimeter equal to 1 unit. 1 unit means it is 1 over. Okay, this one your over. Overs. In x-axis you represent the overs, and in y-axis will represent the score. How much run they score. Okay. See total how much your highest number is, but the highest number is here 24. Highest number is 24. So we will now choose the scale for y-axis. Y-axis 1 centimeter, because how much we will take? 1 centimeter, suppose I will take here 4 unit. 4 unit. Okay? The first one, your 4, then 8, then 12, then 16, then 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44. Okay, it is the score. Or you can write round. How much round they score? It is round. It is rounds. It is represented in your y-axis. Now we will plot all the points of one team. First we will choose team A. For team A, I took the blue marker or blue ink. That's why I will do by blue ink now. Okay. So in first over, team A scored how much? 10 round. Then where I put the 10? We took here 4 unit. After 8, the middle one is your 10. Okay. So here the 10. Then second over how much? 12 round. Second over they scored 12 runs. So in second over we will represent 12. Then third over how much? Third over 15. But 15 is not there. 16. The before 16, its middle number we will take as 15. Okay, that is 15. Then how much? Now 18. Fourth over they put 18. Okay. After 16 and 20 between, we will take the 18. Here I put the 18. Then fifth over they made 8 run. The fifth over it will be 8 run. I am doing it roughly, so maybe it will be differ, or we can plot the point in different maybe some mistake will be there, but when you will do in your graph, then it will become accurate or perfect it will come. Okay, the sixth over they made how much? 4 run. Okay, it is for your team Now we have to join all the points by using the blue ink, because blue color we have taken for the team A. So first join we have first point to second point will join, then second point to third point, third to fourth. You have to use the scale, okay, then fourth to fifth, then fifth to sixth. It is for team A. Okay. Now we will represent how much score or how much run they scored. Who? The team B in the particular overs. The first over, how much they scored? 6 runs. 6 runs. It is between 4 and 8. The middle one is your 6 run. Then second over, they made 10 runs. So it will be between 12 and 8. The middle one is a 10 run. Then third over, they made 20 run. The third over, they made 20 run. Then fourth over, they made 24 run. 24 run fourth over. Fifth over, they made 12 run. Run. Then sixth over, they made how much? 5 run. Just above the 4. That is 5 run. Now we have to join the points. First point to second point will join. Always you will use the scale to join the points. Okay. So that's why that will come perfectly. I am doing the by only the hand, that's why maybe it will be curved, but when you will draw by the scale, it will come correctly. Okay, so see, in this way we represent the team A and team B in one graph paper. Clear? Team A scored 10 runs in 1 over, first over 10 run. Then second over, they scored 12 run. Third over, 12 run. Then third over, the 15 run. Fourth over, it is 18. Fifth, 8 and 6, your 4 run they scored. Team B scored first over 6 run. Second over 10 run. Third over 20 run. Then fourth over 12 run, 24 run. Fifth over 12 and sixth over 5 run. Then we have to join all the points. Then two graph we represent in two, your line graph we represent in one single graph paper. Okay, it is known as your double line graph. Okay, in this video now we learn how to represent the line graph and double line graph in one graph. Okay, so in our next video we will learn about more about the graphs. In this video today we will learn that much only. Thank you students for watching this video. And we will if you want to get the new videos notification, please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon to get the upcoming videos in this channel. Thank you students.